From its humble beginning as a 2D action game to the global multi-billion-dollar juggernaut of today, Grand Theft Auto has clearly come a long way. Welcome back, Penguins! Today, we're taking a look at the evolution of GTA and the changes between each subsequent release that help make this series a household name. Beginning, of course, with the OG, Grand Theft Auto from 1997. During initial development, it was named Race and Chase, and you played a police officer who chased bad guys using his car. Clearly, someone thought this was quite boring and would be a lot more fun if you played as the criminal and went around blowing stuff up while stealing cars. Get it? Stealing cars? Grand Theft Auto?
Oh, brother!
The game has 6 levels arranged in a linear progression, each based on a real American city. Liberty City represents New York, San Andreas represented San Francisco, and Vice City represented Miami. There is no central plot, the protagonist has no name, and everything is shown from a top-down, two-dimensional view. Even by 1997 standards, the graphics weren't pretty, and the game was originally built for MS-DOS during an era when everyone was transitioning to Windows. Despite these flaws, it went on to sell over 1 million copies by 1998, thanks to the fast-paced action and refreshingly uncensored depiction of violence. You could brutally mow down entire mobs of pedestrians in a stolen car and get into flamethrower duels with half of the city's police force on your tail. Ultimately, the controversy surrounding GTA's violent nature got it banned by the Justice Ministry of Brazil, and the British House of Lords had a meeting on whether they should ban it as well. But all this talk of banning stuff couldn't stop the development of GTA 2, which turned the heat up a few notches. We're talking new gangs, more cars, bigger guns, and a retro-futuristic city with 3 playable districts. This game took everything that was great about the original and made it even better. Plus, you could now ally yourself with crime syndicates, gaining a reputation and access to harder jobs that paid more money. The world was also made more lifelike. Criminals would randomly get into fights with the police, and civilians had more complex reactions to everything you did. The AI was improved, and you now had a health meter instead of a fixed number of lives. Vehicle modification was added through garages, and side missions were introduced, which have since become a mainstay of GTA. GTA 2 also looked better than its predecessor and added new, more destructive weapons like the Molotov cocktail and hand grenades.
South Babylon.
While GTA 2 sold 2 million copies, it wasn't exactly making waves in the industry and was far from being a legendary name like the GTA that we all know and love today. But then, all this changed in 2001 with the 6th console generation and the release of GTA 3, the first 3D game in the series. Now, prior to this point, we had seen excellent 3D adventure games like Zelda and Shenmue. We had also seen games with massive maps like Hunter 1991 and Lego Island 1997. But nobody had combined these two aspects in the way that Rockstar did with GTA 3. It is the first game in the series to have a named protagonist and a story. Rockstar used motion capture for NPCs and took inspiration for the plot from popular crime dramas like The Sopranos and Miami Vice. GTA 3 also added an in-game radio system with over 3.5 hours of material that you could listen to while driving.
Would you like a giraffe? Have one delivered. Just log on to petsovernight.com and we'll send you a giraffe overnight. Petsovernight.com, delivering little bundles of love in a box directly to your door.
The game now had full motion cutscenes with professional voice acting and a cinematic narrative style.
How you doing, kid? The Don's son, Joey Leone. He wants some action from his regular girl, Miss.
But honestly, even this pales in comparison to what Rockstar did with GTA 3's successor, Vice City. Set in 1980s Miami, Vice City is heavily influenced by Scarface and Miami Vice. It has a detailed story with complex characters and a voice protagonist who's played by the legendary Hollywood star Ray Liotta. Vice City has over 8,000 lines of dialogue, 4 times more than GTA 3. It also packs an hour-and-a-half of cutscenes, alongside dozens of specially curated songs and commercials that serve to flesh out the in-game world. To make you feel more connected with the world and give you a sense of progression, Vice City lets you purchase properties and own businesses too. You can buy a studio, a taxi company, and several nightclubs. Over time, these properties generate income for you as part of your drug empire. And of course, the combat and driving were overhauled as well. You can now ride bikes and use body armor to soak up gunshots. The wanted system, meanwhile, was carried over from GTA 3 with a few neat additions. Probably the game that is the most fondly remembered in the entire series.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
San Andreas features a truly massive open world with 3 different cities and unique locales within each of these cities that have their own gangs and culture. It builds on the foundation laid by Vice City, but adds so much more depth in terms of gameplay and features. When it was released in 2004, San Andreas featured the largest map ever to be put in a GTA game. You had Los Santos, which is based on Los Angeles, San Fierro, which is based on San Francisco, and Las Venturas, which is a parody of Vegas. San Andreas is probably the closest GTA has ever come to becoming a proper RPG. It has attributes for things like driving skills, stamina, health, and muscle. Eating a lot of fast food without exercising can make CJ fat, while spending lots of time at the local gym can turn him into an absolute beefcake.
Hey, yo!
Rockstar also added skills that are affected by your attributes. You increase your skills in activities like driving and shooting by, well, driving and shooting. This insane level of detail and customization means that everyone's CJ is slightly different and unique to that player. Liberty City Stories started as a PSP exclusive and was eventually released on PS2. It didn't feature any new mechanics, and a lot of things were scaled down to run on the weaker handheld PlayStation Portable. Its story is set 3 years before the events of GTA 3 in Liberty City. Vice City Stories was released with better graphics and added the business system from Vice City. It also has gang wars and a new beach patrol mode in which you take down rogue bikers on the beach using your sand buggy. GTA 4 was an extremely ambitious game and is still considered by some to be better than GTA 5 because of its incredible attention to detail and mature plot. Mission structure was switched up, and moral choices were added so you could now decide whether you wanted to kill important NPCs or let them live as part of the story. Based on these choices, you can get different endings.
Never hurt anyone. I know. Let's go on.
We also got 2 critically acclaimed expansions, The Lost and Damned and The Ballad of Gay Tony, which qualify as complete games on their own with plot points that are linked to the main GTA 4 story. While the game is based in Liberty City, the same as GTA 3, the map is several times larger with much more detail and brand new locations. A cover system was added to make shootouts feel more authentic, and the Euphoria physics engine was introduced alongside brand new police AI. Chinatown Wars was released in 2009 for Nintendo DS and PSP. It's a spin-off with a top-down perspective and stylized pixel art that looks like a throwback to the first 2 GTA games from the late 90s. The game has a unique drug dealing mechanic where you can buy and sell drugs to make money. The wanted system was revamped, and you could now destroy cop cars to lower your number of wanted stars. Finally, we arrive at GTA 5, which is the second best-selling video game of all time with 190 million copies sold, second only to Minecraft, which has sold 300 million copies. GTA 5 started on 7th gen consoles and was eventually released for 8th gen, and we now have GTA 5 on the latest 9th gen consoles too. Spanning 3 different console generations, this is the longest-running GTA ever, and also the first GTA to provide its players with a truly open-world online mode. GTA 5 is also the first game in the series with 4 different protagonists that you can switch between to gain different perspectives on the story. In 2015, Rockstar added Heist to GTA Online with multiple mission types, a crew recruitment system, and interlinking story missions that give you multiple pathways to completing each heist. And that's it, fellow penguins! The entire evolution of GTA from 1997 until now. To say that it redefined the gaming industry's outlook on open-world action soundboxes would be a massive understatement. Rockstar established the formula and honed it to perfection over 26 years, breaking sales records with each subsequent release. Which of course brings us to GTA 6, the newest chapter in this seminal video game series that'll shape the childhood memories of a brand new generation. With millions of gamers around the world excited for the upcoming Grand Theft Auto, we unfortunately don't know a whole lot about it other than the information we got from the December 2023 trailer and the fact that it'll be released in 2025. What we do know is that GTA 6 will feature a massive map based on Miami and the series' first playable female protagonist, Lucia, and her partner in crime, Jason. The core gameplay probably won't be much different from GTA 5, but with added stealth mechanics and a new cover system. What we do know for sure is that this will be the most graphically impressive GTA ever, with the largest and most detailed map we've ever seen in a GTA game. The game will be released on PS5 and Series X, so it's exclusive to current-gen consoles for now. Knowing Rockstar, however, a PC release shouldn't be far behind.